Hello guys, today we will be doing a showcase on how to be a good player with Gojo. Okay, now first we're gonna start with the ult and move on to the regular Gojo. Now, you know this, the hollow nuke, you know this? And you know how much damage it does? It does like 80 damage, right? I'll tell you when to do it, how to do it, and what's the best time to do it. You know when you're like low, right, on HP, and someone else is low, and there's like two more people, then that's gonna be the best time to do it. Cause look at the range this does. Literally look at the range this does. So that's when you should do it. You shouldn't do it when you have full ultimate bar. There is like one person. Like I would just wait when I do this. I would do it in the middle of the map if there's no one like really chasing you or something. Cause look at the range, bro. So that's one thing you should do and not do. But if you're at low ultimate bar and there's like two people chasing, that's when you do it. Because you have low ultimate bar and you can't really play with Gojo when you have low ultimate bar. So that's one. Also, here's two. You should never ever 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 use your moves on the ground. Let me just spawn an attacking dummy. Look. See? Blocked. No, attacked. Boom. See? The only move that you definitely shouldn't do is hollow purple since of the cooldown. Look. It can't get like canceled, but look. You can't hit him cuz he's like right next to you. And then you could just do a domain when he's right next to you. Like right now he could pop a domain. So look, he can't cancel me right now, and he can't cancel me now, and he can't cancel me now. So you see the differences? And also, there's two variants of reversal red max. That and that. You use star when you shoot it. And here's one more thing that you should not do when you're doing that. Never, ever, ever do this when you're low. Only if they're also low, because that's like technically a win-win. But never, ever, ever do that when you're low, because if you miss, look, if you miss, you take damage, and then you're just gonna die with full ultimate bar. So you should never do that. Also, you should definitely not use domain expansion when they're not ragdolled. You should do this first and then pop it. Cause look, they can't move anymore. And if they have ragdoll acquired, just fake it, let them ragdoll, go back, boom, bam, bam, bop, and just cast your domain. So that's three things. And now let's go on to regular Gojo. As you can see, we have the regular Gojo, and let's make an example of what this does. So that pulls you to them. Now, you know how you just do this and you just like do that? You should not do that. Instead, do this. Cause if let's say if they're blocking, right in here, and you do that, you can't do that. So you go behind, boop, beep, bam, bop. So that's one thing you should never, ever, ever do unless they're blocking like this. You shouldn't do that. Instead, just do that. Now, the fourth is this combo. You probably have saw it somewhere, but let's compare how much it does to a regular person. Boop, bam, bop, boom, bam, bam. Okay, that does a little bit of damage, but let's see this. Yeah, that's way more. And plus, it also it gives your awakening bar back. Let me just waste it real quick. So look, if I do that, 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 see it comes right back. But then if I do this, it doesn't come back. So that's 5 things that you should never do because it lowers your bar, which if you're in a 1v1 situation and you're low and you do that, you're cooked because then it takes away your thing. Also, I see people doing such combos as this. This is absolutely wrong. And then they just do that. Never do that. Instead, do this. And then you walk. Bam, 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 bam. Yeah, so you could do something like that. And never ever do this in front of someone. Never ever do that. They could easily cancel it, and your full awakening bar is already like not like you wasted your full awakening bar on that. Never do that unless there's 3 people and you're on high ground, or at least all of them are ragdolled and you're like far away. Like, let's just say these are your opponents. I would go all the way over here to just do that because they could just like hit me when I'm close. So that's one thing. And you're probably wondering, how do you do that? It's pretty simple. You use ultimate and spam star, or should I say R, and then when you do that, you could get this running animation, and it's really sick. I hope you like this video and like and subscribe. Bye.